Hanadi, from an investor perspective.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hanadi. I come from the Grameen Crédit Agricole Foundation. We adopt an approach of blended finance. So we do investments, loans, and we used to do equity. We don't do equity anymore. And we do technical assistance as well. So for us, for Uganda, it was a new program that we wanted to fund in Uganda with refugees. And the opportunity was double-folded. First of all, that Uganda has the enabling environment. From a market perspective, you want to enter a new market because we're investors. We look at things from a market perspective. You want to enter a new market, you want less barriers. You don't start in the most difficult market. You start in a market where you can at least start doing some work. So we looked at the enabling environment, and it kind of encourages us to start working with the FSPs and start to tackle the issues that they face when serving this type of market. The second opportunity is, as you said, Uganda is the first in Africa. It has a huge community of refugees, which means a huge potential market as well. It's true they're concentrated in rural areas, so areas that are hard to reach by the FSPs. But this was our challenge and our opportunity as well. So we worked with the FSPs to help them reach those populations in Uganda.
Talking about the journey, so you mentioned the journey of Opportunity Bank to reach to the refugees. So from an investor's perspective, so I would like to also, Grameen Crédit Agricole is known for really looking at the end of the pyramid, most vulnerable groups, but not specifically targeting a target population, a particular group. So what has been your journey and what has been the levers that made you really concentrate and look at this group of refugees and host communities?
Well, for us, it was two things. First of all, Grameen Crédit Agricole Foundation does prioritize rural areas, agriculture, because Crédit Agricole. So we work in hard to reach areas normally. So that's by our DNA. The second thing is the opportunity to partner with UNHCR, because UNHCR was trying to work on building a business case that refugee market is not riskier than other markets, or if it is riskier, the risk is not really much higher than other markets. And for us, it was a good opportunity to go there and work on a program that was funded by SIDA, Sweden, in partnership with UNHCR, to work with 3 MFIs in Uganda that were selected, and we tried to be as broad as possible. So one of the MFIs focus a lot of training and non-financial services. Another MFI focuses on savings groups and group loans. And the third focuses on individual lending. So we tried to have a spectrum that goes from refugees who need a little bit of money just to start something, to refugees who already have something established, but nobody will give them a loan because they need a loan of $800 or $700, which is huge for an MFI. So what we did was to partner in a blended finance approach. What we did was we provided those organizations with loans earmarked to the refugee hosting areas. We together built the planning and the budgeting of all this. So we did not come with an offer to the MFI and say, okay, this is what we want you to do. What we did is, in coordination with UNHCR, we built with the MFIs the idea, the focus areas, the region they would like to work with, where they saw opportunities, where they want to be. And we supported them with grant money to go and expand there. So whether you want to build a branch, whether you want to equip, whether you want to train your loan officers, train your people. And we gave them the loans for portfolio, like as a working capital. And it was good in the sense that we started end of 2019. The worst thing that happened was COVID hit in 2020. So it distorted the whole thing. So now you look at the program, you see the par like going like that. But to our surprise, during COVID, the refugee portfolio performed better than the host community's portfolio, slightly better. We don't know the reason. We have to do really, really deep dive to understand the reason. So I'm not gonna, but anecdotally speaking, sometimes when you lack everything, you really want to show that you're committed. So you go, that's why women, for example, sometimes are better clients. They're more committed because you don't have so many opportunities. When you get the opportunity, you really want to commit to this opportunity. You want to make the best out of it. After COVID hit, luckily we work with local organizations who know their market, who know how to address crises in the market. And I think the times have passed where you just work with internationals, they go to the country and they leave because it's not sustainable. So working with the local organizations was very good because these MFIs, they are MFIs. They know the business of an MFI. They know how to reach to a client. They know how to clean their portfolio. So what happened after COVID, our partners focused on cleaning their portfolio. So the loans, some loans were rescheduled, some loans were written off, some loans were refinanced, and some loans worked normally. And the project ended in 2023, October, so a year ago, exactly a year ago. We had reached 118,000 clients, our partners. Wow. Most of them are host communities, so only, but I think it's a very good number, only about 22,000 refugees, which is really big for a first pilot, and 97,000 host communities. The portfolio at risk was the same, basically, for both of them. So we closed at 5.9%. That was highly skewed by COVID effects. Before COVID, it was around, I mean, we didn't have a lot of time, but it was around 3 or 4. And if you look at some regions within this portfolio at risk, you will see it's even lower. And now we're trying to see with 2 of those partners to continue this journey, to see, because they started working, for example, in Naki Valley, and they want to expand more. What happened is that they opened 1 branch, but then you have refugees who live like 20 kilometers from this branch. So they want to open satellite branches. The other good thing about that is everybody had skin in the game. So the MFIs also contributed to the cost. It wasn't free money when it comes to TA, so it was contribution from them, contribution from us. And on the lending, they performed very well. They repaid their loans, normally. We didn't have any issue with our MFIs, and we're so proud to have partnered with them. We had 1 MFI, the average loan size was 700 euros for refugees with bigger businesses. With the other MFI, it was 79 euros. Wow. So it reached a broad market.